2005 F150 two-wheel drive. Going to do 2 front struts, all right and left. And it's a two-wheel drive. So what you want to do is open your hood and remove the 3 nuts on top of the strut towers. 1, 2, and then what is that? And it's on the other side. 3 right here. Not that one. This one right here. Okay. You can get to them from underneath the hood, or you can wrench them from inside the wheel well. So you can do them underneath the hood. Do them first. Do not remove the center one. The center one holds the strut together with the spring. Do not remove that one. What you want to do is remove the 3 nuts off the top of the strut. All right, so what you want to do is remove the 3 nuts from up on top. All right, I'm inside the hood, and there's one stud of the strut, another stud of the strut, and the other stud is underneath this fender skirt. What I do is I just pry the fender skirt aside, take my extension down there, my socket on it, and get on it, and get out my nut and remove it. The other side is exactly the same way, except it's a little bit more buried. But you can get in there. Can't even see them. Yeah. But there's one there, and there's one over here to the left, and one up inside there. And there's the center of the strut. You don't remove the center nut. All right, so got the 3 nuts on both sides off. Now I can raise it up and remove my tires. Jack the vehicle up and support it properly. Remove your tire. The lug nuts are 21 millimeter. Now that we're here, caught up, we got the top 3 nuts off, the center one not, and you got a 27 millimeter headed bolt and a 30 millimeter headed nut. So what you want to do is remove the 30 millimeter nut, and then come over here and remove the 27 millimeter bolt. Sometimes the bolts get stuck in there, so if you place some penetrant on, let it soak in. If it's frozen, then you'll have to hit it with a hammer and bounce it around a little bit. The vibration breaks the rust loose. Or if you got an impact gun, boom, boom, right and left, right and left, right and left. And this is what I do. I'll put my impact on there, my socket, nothing on the end of the bolt, and I'll hit it. And if the bolt is frozen a little bit, hopefully by doing what I'm doing, we'll loosen it up and allow the bolt to spin. Okay. All right. Got that bolt out. Next thing you need to do is remove the nut on the upper ball joint, 21 millimeter. Remove the nut on the tie rod end, 21 millimeter. Smack the knuckle with your sledgehammer, mini sledge. Break the taper. Now you got them both out. You can swing the knuckle off to the side. Not too much tension on there, but you gotta watch out for that when you're prying down your lower control arm to get your strut out. It's almost free enough that I can slide it out. So what I'm gonna do is pry it out from behind it and push it this way and pull it out. All right, I pried it out of the bottom. It's ready, it'll just fall out of this if I just touch it. So I can grab it and pull it out. And bring it over to the bench, match it up to the way it came out, and match it up to one of the new ones so you can put it up in there the same way. Because you got to make sure that like this, okay? All right. I put a little bit of paint on there just so you get the idea. Now I'll put that up in there. This is facing out towards me. Got my top part of my strut into the tower. Got my nuts started. tap that in there a little bit. So all I gotta do is pry up on my lower control arm and have my hammer ready so I can tap it whatever direction I need to go to line up my bolt and put my bolt in. All right, it's in. Got my nut on. I'm not going to tighten it up yet because I want to put that arm up a little bit to get it at right height, and then I can tighten it up. Because you want to be at right height when you tighten all your suspension bolts like your control arms bushings, okay? So now I'm going to get my upper ball joint in and my tie rod end on, tighten those up, and then I'll put a little jack underneath my lower control arm, jack it up a little bit, and then I'll tighten that big bolt up. If the ball stud keeps spinning on you when you're trying to tighten a nut, then you gotta pry that upper control arm down inside the taper to help seat it more and make it tight. Then you can tighten your nut. Same thing with your tie rod on. Pry that thing up into the taper, and it helps tighten that ball stud up. All right, so I got my upper ball joint, my tie rod done. Now I give me a jack. I'm gonna jack it up, and then I'll tighten that big bolt down the bottom. It's a monster torque, like 300 foot-pounds. All right, I got a jack underneath mine. I got tension on it, so I can move my jack on my arm on my lift a little bit. So now you tighten these up to 350 foot-pounds. Told you it was pretty big. And when I get done with that, then I can remove my jack. And then I can go to the other side and do the other side the exact same way. And then last would be putting our tires on and tightening our upper strut mount bolts, nuts. All right, driver's side. Driver's side is done. Torqued it. Remember, have weight off of it. All right, best you can do. Now you can remove your jack. Now both sides are done this far. So next you need to do is put your tires on. Tighten your lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds. And then have all the weight on the vehicle and go up on top and tighten your 3 nuts on top. And those are like 30 foot-pounds. So, all right. So now that you got all 3 nuts on both sides tightened, and you got your tires on, you got them torqued, that's it. You're all set. Don't need to get alignment or anything, all right? So that's how you do your front struts. If I helped you out with this video to do your front struts, that's awesome. Hopefully you can help me out by subscribing. And hey, I appreciate it. And thank you.